Alright, so another Saturday afternoon, and this is an update on the Trek Marlin 6. I'll call this like a 5-month update. And let's see, I'll start with the tires. I'll show you some of the wear on the back tire, which is actually not bad at all. And this is done mostly on roads or pavement trails. So for a mountain bike tire, I think that's pretty good, and I'm about 240 to 250 pounds. So the wear on the back tire is awesome. Front tire is much less to be expected since I'm not grinding on that one. I have my shocks locked out since I'm riding mostly on pavement, so I can't give you much information on those, but they've been solid in terms of being locked out. I haven't had any problems. Let's see, the brakes. The back brake, I'm probably going to have to adjust a little bit. It's gotten a little bit more loose. Still good, but it's still a little bit more loose. And the front brake is still awesome. And again, for a rider of my size, these Tektro brakes have been really good. This is not obviously a high-end mountain bike for like bombing down trails and doing jumps. This is more of like a commuter and light trail bike. But for my use, and for that use, I have no problems with it. It's awesome. The frame has been awesome. The gears, I actually have not even had to adjust them after that first adjustment from the bike shop. And I'm usually on the top 2 gears on my rides. But I haven't had to adjust the cables or adjust the front or rear derailleur at all. And like I said, I'm usually on the top 2 gears, unless I'm maybe riding with my kids on a steeper trail or something like that. But the other thing, and I mentioned this in my other video, is this is the first bike I've ever had that the chain is not skipped at all, ever. Even on really steep inclines where I'm using a lot of force. Hasn't skipped at all. So let's see, the other thing is, in terms of, especially here in Colorado, there's like lots of dust, and in terms of cleaning everything, the rear drivetrain parts are pretty easy. I haven't hosed it down yet. I've just used WD-40 to kind of clean it out, and then re-lubrication. The one part that was hard to get for me, inside the front crank, if you can see inside the frame right there, I'm probably going to have to use maybe actually one of my gun cleaner brushes to get really in there, and maybe a toothbrush, and then WD-40 and maybe a power wash. Because I notice with the dust on some of the trails, it does get in there, and it does cause some grinding. So I'm trying to think what else. I haven't had to true the wheels again yet, but I think the back wheel I'm going to go over and make sure all the spokes are good. But you can see the tread is actually holding up quite nicely on the road. And I will go to a more hybrid type of tread eventually. The handlebars, at first, you can see they have this little kind of aerodynamic flat area, and I didn't like that at first because I've never had it. But it actually is really nice. It provides a nice little platform, especially for climbing hills. And you can just kind of get on top of the handlebars and put your palms on it. So I like that. The shifters have been awesome. No problems with those. Handlebars good. I've heard a lot of complaints about the seat. I myself have not had a problem with the seat. I'm not sure why I don't have a problem and other people do, but you know, it's a very personal thing. Some people have a problem with it and some people don't. I'm just trying to get you a view of everything that you might be interested in seeing on the bike. One thing that is like a personal thing that I can't stand is these gears that go into the frame. You can hear they rattle when you hit bumps, and I'm going to actually fix that because I just can't stand the sound every time I hit a bump. But small thing. The pedals I like. These are just the stock plastic pedals, and for me they're doing fine. When I kind of dislike them after a while, I will look at some other pedals that I've been researching online. Like I said, the Drivetrain has been great. I think for light trails and commuting and working out, there's nothing wrong with this Drivetrain that I've experienced, knock wood. The rims have been strong, haven't had any problems with that, and I will just give you kind of a once over so you can see everything. But yeah, I can't think about anything else in the bike that really is bothering me. Feels like a strong frame. It's aluminum alpha silver frame, and so far it's been great. Aluminum frames feel a little bit more snappy than steel frames. I wouldn't say they're more comfortable or less comfortable. They're just a little bit more, like I said, the bumps and stuff are a little bit more abrupt, but not bad. Would I buy this bike again? Absolutely. This is 1,000 times better than like the old school bikes that I had. Even though this is not like a high-end mountain bike that exists now, it's so much better than anything I had before. So yeah, I'll end it there, and I'll try to keep it updated about anything I don't like or anything that breaks. The gearing is good if you're commuting. I think the gearing is fine. If you're going downhill, I'm not sure what the miles per hour is, but you can keep pace with the top gear, and you don't feel like you're maxed out in terms of RPM. So yeah, Trek Marlin 6, thumbs up so far. I'm going to look into buying my wife a bike so she can go on some rides with me and the kids, and I'll do some more kid videos if anybody has kids that want to watch. And hopefully I can get more products. I'm working on a couple more product reviews, and I will keep the videos coming. Just let me know what you like and what you don't like, and please support me, like and subscribe so I can keep doing these videos. Thanks.